Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tom again. Apparently, my Cowlick will not work with me today, but it was working while I was seeing my psych med provider, which is good because she's really awesomely pretty. Sexy, too. Although my doctor, primary care physician, might be a little bit sexier and not as pretty. Anyway, just kidding. But they're both beautiful. And, hey, it's one of the things I'm worried about if I move to East Tennessee. What are the odds I'm going to get a beautiful primary care physician and a beautiful psych again? My therapist, he's not so beautiful. Plus, he was born and raised in Kentucky and went to the University of Kentucky to get his doctorate and all that shit. And his regular BS degree. Which I guess you gotta have if you're gonna be a shrink. You gotta have a BS degree. We have agreed, based on I got the finally got the discharge papers from Parthenon Pavilion on their diagnosis. Trouble is, it's printed about that big. And I haven't tried to read it with my reading glasses yet, but basically says once again that I live in a different reality than everybody else. And I'm antisocial, I'm a loner, which is true. It's true. I do hang around with people sometimes. Nobody's ever really gotten to know me. Like, really, me? Because I don't put that out there. Anyway, that's kind of deep, isn't it? Yeah, and maybe surrounded by people, but I'm always alone. Yeah, I think there's something like that in a song. In a crowd, but always alone. Something like that. It's just kind of the way it is. So I'm still in my alternate reality. Apparently my reality runs here. Everybody else's reality runs, I'm left. My little view reality is a tube going forward. A subway tube, if you wish. Everybody else's reality is that way. My reality is one or two tubes to the left. Whole different thing. So, anyway. Another Hewlett Packard warranty status, last opportunity, popped out. It's covering half my screen. Well, a quarter of my screen. That's my reality, though. Anyway, since I apparently have no grip on reality, and I don't live in your all's reality, I can do whatever I want in mine. Right? So many problems with transportation and all that today. The insurance transportation office apparently didn't call in the second visit today. First was at 7:30 and then the shrink was at 11. By the time they finally got somebody to pick me up, and my insurance, I'd called my insurance company to bitch about it, and they said, we'll get that taken care of. So they got it taken care of that I got picked up today. The lady says, okay, so I've got to run you all the way out there, and then I've got to come back and get you, which would be like 15 minutes later. I said, why don't you, the one guy you got in here, if he don't mind riding around, why don't you just run me over to the shrink's office, and I'll waste an hour over there sitting down. Well, that's what I did. I'm surprised I'm talking this well. I wasn't earlier. My roommate's off today and Friday. I've got appointment Wednesday, like I said, with the primary care physician. By that time, I should be on 21 or 22 medications per day. Some of them are 2 pills at a time. So should be interesting. And I started out the day in a great mood, really, since I'd gotten out of the facility. For the first time in about 2 years, I had a sex drive again. surfing internet porn and all that fun stuff. Prior to that, I'll look if there's a pretty girl around. I still appreciate the female figure. It's just I didn't want to do anything with it. I just looked at it and admired it for what it was, a beautiful product. Don't get me wrong also, I'd still look down shirts or up skirts if the opportunity presented itself. It's not like I'm going to go out of my way, but if it's just like right there in front of me, yeah, I'm going to look. Anyway, once again, just my appreciation of the female form. All those things I put on my Tumblr page, I spend 10 seconds looking at. Still that way. I don't look at them for my enjoyment. I look at them to see if they're good enough to put on my blog. I'm closing in on 300 followers now because I'm choosy about what I put up there. So like a lot of people send me, I get bondage pics a lot. I'm not into that. Should I put them up for my followers? Maybe, but I'm not going to. Not into the bondage of a female. Well, alright, I should make this clear. I do like tying a woman to the bed. But, the true bondage with the leather all and the ball stuck in the mouth and all that, and whips, that's S&M. Definitely not into that stuff. Pretty decent today. Got up to about 66, 67. So if you were standing in the sunlight and the breeze would die down for a minute, it was real comfortable. But actually standing in the sun even with the breeze wasn't bad at all. This morning while I was waiting for the people who Centerstone to open up and let me in so I could see my psych drugs prescriber, turns out I was supposed to see her at 7:30, and you would think that a place would open. You're supposed to see a doctor at 7:30. They'd open at 7:25 or 7:20 with front desk people to register people who were there. Nah, they didn't open until 7:30. Struck me as a kind of bizarre way to do things, but who am I? I guess I should invite them to come live in my reality, huh? So anyway, now I can tell you all what type of schizoid they actually have me as soon as I figure out how to read it. They did print up a larger copy while I was at the shrink's office because I took my little tiny print copy to him and they scanned it into their computers and managed to get it larger, but the computer wouldn't offer them the chance to put it in wraparound. So, like you're missing a word on each side of the page for every sentence. A word on, yeah, I said that right. Anyway, hope everybody's doing good today. And, that's where I was going. I said my sex drive was back, and then I was spending all that time standing outside Centerstone waiting for my ride, and Centerstone is right across from a massive student parking lot for Austin Peay, and on the other side of that student parking lot is their football stadium. So I'm watching all these college girls get out and walk to class, and it made me think of bad things about my past again. So the sex drive's gone again, and I'm stuck on the past again. And well, actually, once I get all my prescriptions filled, some of those are supposed to help me with that. Which it did disappear while I was in the facility, so I guess they will. I don't know. We'll find out. Although it did dawn on me today. I say that in the long run, everybody finds out I was right about what I say. Every time. If I'm adamant about something, or even if I make an offhand comment, usually in the long run, people will find out I was right. In this case, nobody will find out. Ever. Just gotta take my word for it, which none of them will. Anyway, Miss Anderson, out.